If your resume still says proficient in Excel, then we need to talk. The truth about landing your dream finance job is that hiring managers don't care about your skills. They care about what you can do with those skills. If you want to land your dream job in finance, but you're still stuck feeling like your resume is just invisible, then this video is for you. I'm going to share with you a 30-day plan to completely transform the way that you come across to hiring managers and to help you land that dream job. If that sounds good, let's get started. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Mike. I'm a senior finance leader, and over the last decade, I've worked in finance everywhere from brand new startups all the way to the Fortune 100. And over that time, I've helped more than 100 people either land new jobs or get promoted. So I've seen what works, and I've seen what leaves you feeling completely invisible to hiring managers. So I'm going to walk you through a 30-day plan of all of the best tactics I've seen to help you land that dream finance job. Stick around to the end because I'll be sharing with you a step-by-step framework that takes you through 30 days, week by week, to understand exactly what you need to do to stand out, land that next promotion, and start earning more. With that, let's get rolling. So here it is, the 30-day game plan for landing your dream finance role. Now, does this mean that you're going to have a new job offer in hand at the end of 30 days? You could, but probably not. What this is about is 30 days to reset your career, to reset your resume, your interview skills, your networking skills, to set you up to find those amazing opportunities and end up top of that list for hiring managers. And again, as I mentioned before, this framework has helped more than 100 people that I've worked with get promoted or land new jobs, so it really works, and it really works in corporate finance. Why do people struggle to land finance jobs? Well, there's a couple of things here. First of all, they're still relying on outdated skills and resumes. Like I said at the beginning, if you're still saying you're proficient in Excel, that's just table stakes. You need to have a lot more going on than that. Also, sometimes people come across almost robotic, like there's just no differentiation. You don't have a clear personal brand or story. It's really critical that you're the something person, you're the Python person, you're the dashboard person. You've got some kind of a skill that makes you a go-to and makes you stand out as a unique person. You're also competing with candidates who know automation, and if you don't know automation, especially in today's age with AI tools, your resume is going to fall down that stack. There's also applying blindly to jobs instead of networking smart. Because when you're filing away and you don't have a person connecting with your resume, you're automatically at a disadvantage because for almost every job, there's people who are already known. Whether you're competing with people inside the company or outside the company, it's just challenging if you don't have a personal human connection with someone to end up in the top of the resume stack. Have any questions so far? Go ahead and drop them down in the comments. I read and respond to every single one, and I'm more than happy to help. So what kind of skills make you irresistible to hiring managers? Well, it's going to be things like Excel and Power Query. It's going to be things like SQL, Power BI, Python, and most importantly, communication. Because all of the automation and tech skills in the world are going to be useless if you can't help turn those data into decisions and actionable insights that can help a company. How do you take these skills and stand out? Well, the thing is, it's not about the skills. It's not about what you know. It's about what you can do with it. The way you stand out is to talk about what you did and what you can do. So sure, I want you to go and I want to make sure you have the skills and can talk about automation to your LinkedIn headline, make sure you're a pro, make sure you stand out, add it to your resume, use numbers, save 10 hours a month, built reports, post mini case studies showing the work you've done, dashboard snapshots. But the important thing is that you talk about what you've done. It's about this, I saved X amount of time. I improved efficiency. I transformed a process. That's what really matters. Because when hiring managers can visualize you changing it, when hiring managers can visualize you helping their team, you're unstoppable. Because a lot of people aren't going to come in and say anything more than, here's the skill I have. But by telling the savings, the benefits, you're demonstrating you can do it and they can visualize that ability. So your 30-day roadmap, week one. Week one, I want you to stop and just think about your why. This is where you're going to understand what you bring to the table as you talk to hiring managers, as you craft your resume. And I'm also going to want you to craft your story. So this is where you're going to stand out as an individual and not just one of 100 resumes in a stack. So think about this. What kind of work energizes you? What makes you feel really good at the end of the day? And there's a great tactic I learned from this called an energy audit. This is somebody else's. I can't remember where I learned this, but this is somebody else's. I'm not taking any credit for it. But at the end of every workday, color code your calendar. Green, yellow, and red based on the amount of energy it gave you. Green things energize you, yellow things are neutral, and red things took away energy or stressed you out. Then look back and see what activities are really driving your energy. And that's the kind of work that energizes you. The next thing I want you to do is to write a short career story that you can say in interviews. This is kind of your elevator pitch for your career, and it's really important that it shows the type of experience you have, the type of person you are, and most importantly, that you are unique. My career story that I frame up is that I'm an automation expert and I'm a teacher. So what I'm really trying to sell in my story is that I can scale my abilities beyond myself, because I'm not going to be the one every day sitting in front of Power BI doing the coding. I can certainly do that, but I'm going to teach other people how to think differently about automation. I'm going to teach them the skills they need, and I'm going to scale that impact across teams. And that's the benefit that I bring. And that's not a skill a lot of people will go into an interview and pitch. Match your strengths to business problems, not just skills on a resume, but the strengths. What unique strengths do you have? Where do you get compliments from people at work? Match those to business problems, forecasting, reporting, or automation, and then sell yourself on those hard. This is all part of the story of you. Put all of this together and be able to give this in a short 30-second pitch. This is what you're going to say to people if you're networking. This is what you're going to say to people when they ask, tell me about yourself, tell me about your resume. You're taking it beyond just the jobs you've had and the skills you've done to what makes you a unique person and the value you can bring that no one else can bring. Week 2, I want you to build a skill development plan. There's a ton of free stuff out there. I've also got some. I highly recommend you learn Power Query Basics. I've got a video on that, which I can post right here. I'll teach you Power Query Basics in less than 15 minutes, totally free, and you can start ramping up these skills. But what's really important is that you build a project. Find a report at work or some free data off of Kaggle. It's a great data science website. Practice automating, practice cleaning so you can confidently say you've got these skills and can bring them into a job. If you want to be really fancy, you can also try Power BI or SQL. Again, I've got a great video on Power BI right here. That's going to walk you through how to build a dashboard in less than 20 minutes. And then document what you did and what time it saved. Start building your portfolio, even if it's just for you. A report that could have taken you, 10 hours a week is now taking you 2 hours a week via automation. The best thing to do is to start taking these skills and putting them into practice in your job so you've got real job experience to talk about. But if nothing else, again, download some data sets from Kaggle, start working with them and doing your own projects to build these skills. Week number 3. This is the week I want you to focus on networking. I should also mention, these things we're doing week by week, you want to keep doing them, right? This isn't do it for the week and then be done. These are things you want to keep doing to build and develop your career. But it's critical that you network before you need a job. It's like the old analogy of putting things on the back burner. If you want to get water to a boil fast, you don't want to start it from cold. You want to start it from warm. So people would put things on the back burner to keep the water warm so they could pull it to the front burner and get it boiling really fast. That's the same thing you want to do with networking. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to LinkedIn and I want you to comment on 3 posts from people in roles you want. Start engaging with the real people doing the work that you want. Keep engaging, keep commenting over time, and start to build relationships. I want you to be bold and reach out to 2 people for 15-minute chats. This is not a sales opportunity. This is not an opportunity to ask for a job. This is a time to be curious about them, what landed them their role, and what makes them successful. It is not about you. Follow up with them with something valuable, a resource you find online, a cool article that may interest them, an update on how you've taken their advice, or just a basic thank you for their time. And then post something you learn from a tool or a conversation you've had on LinkedIn. Start building a personality. One of the first things hiring managers will do if you make it through the resume review is go look you up on LinkedIn. So have interesting things to say. Start building your personal brand. If you're enjoying this video, then make sure to check out my weekly newsletter, Finance Automation Insider. There's a link down in the description. I'll send you a copy every Thursday with automation hacks, tips, tricks, and other things to set your career up for success. I'll also send you my guide to 15 5-minute finance automations where you can automate a process at work in under 5 minutes. And week 4. Focus on redoing your resume, your LinkedIn profile, your interview prep. to show results, not tasks. Don't talk about the tasks or processes you own, talk about how you transform them. Add your automation tools and your project outcomes to LinkedIn and again, your resume. And then go to ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT to simulate interview questions based on real job descriptions. Here's how you do this. Get a job description of a job you're interested in or have already applied to, download it, preferably into PDF. Attach it to ChatGPT. The free version is totally fine. Say, act as a hiring manager for the job that I've attached. I need your help prepping for the interview. I want you to give me questions that they're likely to ask in the interview. Don't give me the answers. I'll answer them, and then I want you to critique me. After that, we'll do another question. And the great thing about ChatGPT is it's free and it has unlimited questions because it has millions and millions and millions of lines of data that have been fed into it, and it knows what interview questions are most common to be asked. And the best part is you'll get live feedback from it based on the best answers that it's seen to those questions. The last thing I want you to do is I want you to practice 3 to 5 case study stories that you can drop into the interview. A lot of questions are really getting down to what impact have you had in a business? And if you practice telling that story for 3 to 5 different case studies, you can use those to answer almost any question because the answers to the questions they're looking for are going to be about your processes, your results, and your projects. So if you really nail a couple of stories, you're going to be able to tell them confidently and focus on your results through the entire interview. This 30-day process is really setting you up for 3 things. 1, it's setting you up to be a unique person who can bring unique value. 2nd, it's setting you up to have real human connections to get you out of the hundreds of resumes for a job to the top 5 where you can land an interview. And 3rd, it's setting you up so that when you walk into that interview, you can demonstrate and help the hiring manager visualize the value you bring, the processes you can change, and how you can improve their life and their department. If you take away just one thing, I want you to remember that landing your dream finance job is not about the skills you have, but about what you can do with them. If you've enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you dive deeper into how you can automate your finance job like a pro and take this framework to the next level. I'm going to put that video right here. It's got a lot of great tips for how to end-to-end automate your job and set yourself up for success. I'll catch you over there. This is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.